Hey, it's Octavia. Thanks for tuning in.
Great, Octavia, Libra seer.
I don't know how y'all feel about the age restriction on the channel, but I put it up there because of stalkers.
Great, Octavia, Libra seer.
I thought I should mention that. I want to talk about this thumbnail that I created. Y'all saw the picture. It's from when I was in a shelter and they created
Octavia,
this entire storyline, right? Calling themselves making healthy choices, I guess. That's what wanted to come out.
Great.
I know I'm making healthy choices for myself to talk about these things that have been occurring that I'm trying to see how when nobody slept on that bed. So how is that possible? So we got healthy choices, we got coughing, we've got lightning, and self-indulgence. Okay. So maybe someone was previously making healthy choices and it was killed. Like it was killed off. It was murdered. Alright?
Great, Octavia,
And
Libra seer.
instead of healthy choices, they started to self-indulge here. So it says making healthy choices in love and life, self-love, self-care, being happier. So someone didn't want that for somebody, so they killed that off. They was like, I'll be damned if you love yourself.
Octavia,
When
Libra
endings
seer.
bring new beginnings, growth, change here. Okay. Lightning. So this is quick, fast change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany. An upheaval of some sort occurred. And you know why I say that is because I found it so interesting that
Libra seer.
if the neighbors slammed the door, you know, just randomly, it wasn't something they did, I don't believe intentionally, the lights would go out in my apartment when I was in the shelter. Because I say apartment, but it was a condominium. It was a condominium that I stayed in, a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bath condominium on the 3rd floor when I stayed in the shelter.
Great, Octavia,
And the lights would just go off in my room. So I contacted the shelter and I was like, hey, look, you know, actually, I didn't even say anything. I take that back. I didn't say anything. The maintenance or the facilities team, which was a woman at that time, Aisha, would come by. And she was from New York, you know, so no offense. I love you guys. I love New York. Been loving New York since I was a little kid.
Great,
But this person, she just had this coldness to her. And, it, you know, possibly because of the people she worked with or the people that she had to deal with working in the shelter. I want to make this quick as I can. But it is a long story.
Octavia, Libra seer.
She came in, she's like, Miss Flores, why are you sitting in the dark? And I said, well, I wasn't.
Great, Octavia,
Until the neighbors, I don't know if it's when their child got home. I have no idea. And then the door would slam. And then
Great, Octavia,
that would shift something within the outlets, within the wall, right? It wasn't the plug being loose. It wasn't the outlet cover being loose, nothing like that. It was
Great,
something within the
Octavia,
wiring.
Libra seer.
And we got to know that because real maintenance came and he fixed it. However, he didn't have all of the tools that he needed the first and the second time he came. So he left his lamp, which had a clamp. He clamped it to this bed and all it had was empty blue mattresses on it. And the mattresses were named Libra Land 1010. I'll never forget that because I'm a Libra and I was thinking, that is really strange. That's really weird. What is that, right? And I didn't have one of those mattresses on my bed at the time. I had a full-size bed, but the bunk bed that was also in the room with me had this type of mattress. And I was like, wow. So they naming mattresses after zodiac signs. I thought it weird. I said, whatever, possibly because it's cheap or it's plastic covered or whatever.
Octavia,
He left his lamp that had a clamp on it, clamped to the top bunk. And it was named Taylor, and it was really, really big on it. That's why I can never forget that, right?
Libra seer.
And then all of a sudden, all of these songs came out by Taylor Swift, like a year and a half later,
Octavia,
that
Libra
somehow had so many things to do with what had been happening within that apartment, that condominium, the things that my children and I have been experiencing. This maintenance guy also had to fix the bathroom because the bathroom had a huge hole in the wall. I believe it was some type of door that was missing. If they needed to fix the tub, they didn't have to. The way that the apartments were built,
Great.
on the other side was the half bathroom of the full bathroom. So they had a door, little tiny square door. It was missing. It was just a hole in the wall. So he fixed that, right? Or so I thought he fixed that. Somehow the tub is now placed in his vehicle, whatever car, truck, van. I don't know what he drove. He showed up at the door. He told me his name. I said, okay, I was expecting you. I let him in. He did the work. That was per the shelter. That had nothing to do with me. That had nothing to do with Audubon condominiums where I was staying at. He was the maintenance person for the Bassett shelter where I was staying at.
Great. Octavia.
So I don't know what they were doing, but I'm just deciding that I'm telling. Look, I said, I don't know what they were doing. And then I saw this and I thought Kleenex. So this person was sick. They were doing illness. And I wrote on here, bravo, you're ill. Jock itch, athlete, your bra, sick foot, NyQuil liquid. And then I put Oz. So this also represents disease. Okay, I'm getting they were doing Oz.
Octavia.
So that's what they were doing. Oz here. Wizard of Oz. I just saw the wizard. Okay, so they went to go see the wizard about homeless, right? Okay, I didn't have nothing to do with that. This person worked for the shelter, so he participated in the goings-ons of whatever was happening with the shelter. I didn't see myself staying at the shelter that long, or so I thought. I perceived that I would be in and out of the shelter quicker than I was, but I wasn't. So it says, homeless, donate, failure, castaway, poor, which I knew that I was. I knew that I was in that energy. So I was doing all that I could so that I could get out of there. I was applying to like 150 jobs every day. I have a college degree. I'm getting no responses. I'm getting, the what do you call that? Pre-typed notice response. Sorry, we've already picked someone, or we will contact you if you are selected in our interview selection, or you were looked over, but however, we saved your application for a preview. We saved your resume, one or the other, for our next openings if they when and if they become available. Anyway, I didn't get picked. I ended up spending years in the shelter. We got stress here, okay? Scared much occur. 3, 2, 1, stop backwards. They can't eat. They got headaches. They can't sleep. They feel pressured. So I don't know why the people were feeling like that because they worked there, but I guess they were feeling some kind of stressors or something, or maybe that's what they wanted me to do. I don't know. I know I was just fine. I was definitely unbothered, except for, like I said, he came to fix the electrical outlet. It took 4, maybe 5 times of him coming there, and each time he left something. So what I'm getting from it is he was creating some whole relationship with Oz or the wizard or something like that, through my child and my children and myself being present in that condominium for the homeless shelter. So they were upset and protesting against me or something. What? Protest what? Against you being a thief? Because that's how I feel. But they were protesting. They were loudly shouting or loudly voicing their complaint against me having a peaceful home that has self-love and self-worth because they feel inadequate. They wanted me to sue someone. I'm hearing anything. These people were faceless. And the reason why they have all of these multiple masks around them is because they were, the homeless shelter name is Facets, right? And they were using people who signed up in the shelter's Facebook, okay, so that they could play these games. That's how I feel. That's how I felt about the entire situation. And let me go on with this card. So self-indulgence is what they wanted me to do. Focus on yourself. Self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Now, this might have been true, you know, for me, because I had already completed my shadow work. So there was no shadow work for me to complete. All right. It was no shadow work for me to complete. I didn't have any karmic debts or anything of that nature. These people that I lived around, these people that were in the homeless shelter, that's what they wanted me to have. They wanted me to experience. And then we have boat here. And I already mentioned the bathtub being changed into some kind of moving vehicle, right? It says receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, and closure issues. So maybe that's what they wanted here. Who? The false family, these people that were claiming that they were my family. And my question is, where were they? Because I only saw all of these random dreams with strange people that I wasn't aware of and didn't know. And then I came to find out after months of living there, these were my neighbors entering into my apartment, helping themselves to things like my toilet tissue, my Amazon box deliveries and such, because I didn't have any tables or anything to put stuff on. It pretty much was just bedroom and like a table for eating off of, things like that. But these other people, they lived there. They worked in their condominium. They possibly were taking some kind of bribe or were being paid somehow under the... We got robbery, okay? All lies, exploitation, incaution, and unfairness. So I definitely know that this is how I felt. I felt like I was being robbed somehow. I didn't know how, but I'm still putting 2 and 2 together and making sure it doesn't equal 3, okay? As that's just some things that these people function off of. And I put thief, talk, liar, right? Like I said, all I ever saw was them breaking into my home or coming in there somehow and then scribbling crayons all over the walls. And I kept asking the shelter, well, how is this happening? Because my children don't have any crayons. We moving into the shelter. You think I have crayons with me? No, I don't. And it didn't matter what age my kids were at. We didn't have no darn crayons. We didn't have coloring pencils. We had none of that stuff. However, we would wake up to huge art pieces on the wall of scribble like this. Okay? Number 2, a kid that's going to scribble on the wall in that nature would never put it up this high. Unless it's something mentally, incorrect or disabled within that person or limited, should I say, some type of incoherent of, what is right, what is wrong for that age, right? No, these were grown-ups, most likely immigrants that I lived around doing this mess, and then I'm getting caught and busted for it. And the homeless shelter believes everything that happened in there, right? Next thing I know, I get this lady coming in. She talking about something. Well, I heard somebody was having troubles walking through the wall. I looked at her because I was like, what in the hell is you talking about? Who can walk through the wall, right? We got eternal love. These fake ass people that swear to God that they love you unconditionally when they don't. Because as soon as you do something wrong, they steady poking you, sticking you, pinning you. What is it? Hot foot spells, voodoo doll. I'm trying to think of all of the crap that I experienced. I lived in 1, 2, 3 different condominiums in the homeless shelter, but in the same neighborhood. And they did all kinds of stuff. Identity theft, fraud, illusions, delusions. They hacked my phone. How'd they hack my phone? Because they basically made it seem like some man or some guy was my phone, basically gave them the SIM or the app to my phone. And anytime I moved around or did something with my phone, it just ignored me. But if those men went outside, because I used to sit and watch, I used to take a screen recording of these men walking around outside, getting in their vehicles, driving out of the neighborhood, and my phone would say that it was moving when these men would do this stuff. Then when I moved into the last one, they freaking said I was some woman who lived upstairs because it was the 3rd floor, but I didn't live upstairs then. I lived on the 1st floor. Yeah, they can't love you eternally. It's fake. Okay? Let me look at all these cards. It's coming out. Yeah, that was a whole setup was scheduled here. That was a setup. And I figured it out since then that I said I was being set up. I walked into a crime. a crime scene where these people had already planned to rob me long before. Because you know why? Because they basically they basically strategically planned each step so that I would be in a situation where I would be not with my husband anymore, no finances, no income, and have to go to a homeless shelter. Why? Because everywhere I went, they caused problems and drama for me through the people that I was with, near or staying with. Now, I didn't get into any arguments that I started with the people that I stayed with. They argued with me over what? Over the trash. So I took the trash out earlier. I took the trash out more, right? Because I had a trash can in my room. Now she mad that I have trash. So I said, okay, I'm going to take it out every time the trash comes, right? She's outside going through my trash in the morning, 5 a.m., 6 a.m., throwing my trash out on the ground, okay? And this, of course, Wendy is flying all around everywhere. She calls the police on me and says that I'm throwing her things away in my trash. I said to the officer, I don't even leave my room. She's tripping. She's just looking for some reason to be mad at me. So she lies and makes a whole court case and all of this stuff. So like I said, this was a whole strategic plan. Why? Because see this gift? See those hands that it was supposed to go in? It was for me. But they blocked it. They stopped it. Why? Because this person is a busybody. Swearing to God and putting up illusions in his false reality or her false reality, because there's more than one person that was involved in this. Department of State, Department of Homeland Security, Department of Defense, military personnel, and retired military veterans. Claiming that they some type of professional. I can handle all of this stuff. Why? Because this is what they wanted to do to me. They wanted to disturb me. Do not disturb. Disturbance. Here, make her carry a demon on her back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to say that she's been having, doggy style sex, basically, right? So when I started calling it doggy style, that's when they started using the dogs and the animals in the building, right, to try to put me into some type of constrained relationship, situationship, false marriage with some type of entity, right? But a death came to that bull crap. Yeah, because it was all lies and they being blown out the water for all of their lies and deceit. We're putting this car and promising people cars, okay? This fake mess, this fake storyline, these people that's sitting at their computers and their laptops constantly trying to put people in some type of technological chain of storyline, claiming that they love, oh, this is the sweetheart. I love the sweetheart, but they steady trying to make the sweetheart carry a demon. They trying to make a sweetheart carry a demon because that's their memory. No, that's a darn lie. That's the memories that they have of their life. Trying to tell me I need to save my money and then I can get better. Tell me this. How can I save money if I'm not getting any income? How can I save money so that I can have a better life or a better situation for myself and my children? If you're blocking every job application that I apply for because you have hacked and put in hidden VPNs into the Wi-Fi and you have given access to police officers, okay, who are altering the cameras to make it seem like they didn't come into my apartment, my condominium where I was staying at in the shelter, when they know that they did. They know that they did. I am so done and tired with this energy. That's why I'm cleansing the energy here. I'm just really done and tired with this energy, the fake car in the water, Tomorrowland. The identity theft, the fraud, the replacements, the all of the third parties, all of this open relationship stuff. Then it became, oh, well, you could be a part of our group, our polygamous relationship. Why? Tell me, why would I want to be a part of your polygamy, right? I was already in a situation where I was married, okay? Haven't spoke with my husband because he decided he wanted a divorce after his COVID grief. That's fine. Things happen. I said, okay, whatever. And despite it all, at the top of the deck, I'm getting justice, baby, for all of these lies and deceit. Because like I said, I didn't want to make this long. For all of the thieves that was grouping up against me, you know, I had the green group. I had the Wish Green group. I had, good Lord, all the fake people with the false apologies repeatedly. You know, the people that's claiming that, oh, I've been watching you and you've been outside alone every time you go out so that they can go on some type of adventure through my spirit, through my soul, trying to cause me natural disasters if I ever was able to pick up and have something going on with my, you know, functioning and income flowing in, or views and tons of subscribers electronically on my YouTube or my social media channels that I had. They wanted to cause me a natural disaster, and they keep trying to do that. They wanted to cause me a nightmare. They were steady listening to a coach tell them, oh, do this, oh, do that. Oh, I'll show you how to do it. Like I said, we got bribes. Bribes keep coming out, because they were bribing any and everybody, even hiding up under the darn table where we sat and ate our food at. So we stopped sitting there, okay? Why? But mad because I was unique, and my friend, you know, because I subscribed to her channel, I have been watching her since like 2019, 2018. Her name was Unique, and they ran her off of the darn channel. Who is it? The corrupt cop that's going to jail. That's why I wrote it in that big bright color. The corrupt cop that's going to jail, okay? That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police, yeah. And not only that, anytime I use the covers or the towels that the shelter purchased me, why did I have some man talking about he the undercover police? Nah, I didn't ask for that. I don't need no undercover police. I'm one person here trying to make me into some kind of transgender, because that's the kind of crap that they do. Transgender, transference of energy, or you know, functioning and playing around with a voodoo doll, because this is how they use people, you know. This is how they play with their energy. There was a voodoo doll placed in your house. How? When? In some type of spiritual realm, dimension that you no longer have access to. Why don't I? Because what I say, I don't have to make it up. Life is a fantasy. Life is a fantasy to them. And they mad because my life is real. I already said that they hacked into my account so that they can make my life into their fantasy Wizard of Oz, false reality, projecting, illusion, delusions. What they do? They took my house deed. Because when you're in a shelter, trust and believe the facilities teams and the caseworkers that you get assigned from the shelter, they will be mad and pissed off at the fact that I had a house. What are you talking about, Octavia? You didn't have a house. You were in a homeless shelter. But that didn't mean I didn't have it spiritually. Okay? So they broke spiritual laws. Who did it? The CEO, Ryan. Tim Ryan. Ryan Reynolds, fake-ass Deadpool bullshit. You know? Playing around with that graveyard dirt magic. And they won't give that up. Claiming that you got some soul ties with them. The color red and white with DoorDash doormat whore here, following a trickster. We already got promised the car, then claimed you were the car and you were asleep, okay? But you the car, and then they call you amazing. Who is it? The secret society. Who's in the darn secret society? You ain't know nothing about a secret society. Stole your Saturday Night Live. What you mean? People have things. I'm just gonna say that. Your cousin's involved. Friday, it's Friday. The colors red, black, and white. They claimed you was tiny because they was following some barren woman who is tiny. This woman can't even have children, and they invested in her, and she a whole clout chaser. A snake. The military on my father's side, related to Tuesday Morning or the Tuesday Morning app, telling me I gotta pick this or that. Mad because I'm a good cop, or there is a good cop that's around that can see clearly. trying to say that I was fired and trying to get me fired from the jobs that I had spiritually, pissed off because I could make money in my sleep and they couldn't. They prostituted in their sleep. They like, how in the hell is she making money in her sleep? I told you, but it's none of your business. But they wanted to fuck around and find out on their false promises that they made to every hoe they could find. But they got a key to your front door. They're going to get the F out of my front door. That's why I said do not have a key to my front door. They're freaking lying. They're lying. They're under investigation. They stole your spiritual monthly payments or your spiritual payments. Where is my child support? Make sure it gets to me and to my children, please, and thank you. They committed fraud. What kind of fraud? In general, they committed fraud. Or this is a general that was in the military or is in the military that committed fraud. Or somebody who has that title playing around with these false Oshun guys and every seat that I sat in to try to read tarot, claiming that my seat and my chair legs and the legs that I received as I was sitting is what helped me to read tarot. That's what I needed. Hell no, I didn't need that. That's what they needed. That's what they've been doing, spiritually committing fraud and calling themselves helping tarot readers or calling themselves a tarot reader. Find their channels. I'm sure you have. Then lying and saying that you a whole crash test dummy. They keep making your apps crash. They committed check fraud on you. Yeah, they stole some check that they found of yours offline, signed it over to themselves and deposited it into their account. And they basically took over your Facebook, your blueprint, your Instagram, your entire spiritual dimension. Who are these people? People you knew from high school, teachers and students and or spiritual realm people. Uncle Sam or your real uncle. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Watch the film, yo. And now they want you to shut up. Why they want you to shut up? Because they don't want you to tell nobody all this bullshit they done did to you, all this trouble they caused you. They've been lying to your mom's side of the family. They had them helping to take you out with a hitman. They just said, let her lay down and die. All of this shit she going through, why live through it? Because they're so fucking insecure. Who is it? It's an authority figure. You make them insecure. How the hell you gonna make them insecure? They already a deadbeat dad, a deadbeat mom, okay? It's the Captain America, which they took from you, your friend, okay, till the end. Why? Because they want to now play that the end is happening. We got Mount Vernon High School. I already said Mount Vernon High School. Maybe the other high school card is Hayfield High School. Maybe it's Edison High School. Oh, my bad. It's Hayfield Secondary High School. Because they don't want you to be first. They want you to be second to or last. Or last, spirit is telling me. Because they committed sexual assault on you in the spirit when they was pretending to be you. Who is it? How'd they do it? With this yellow notepad that you possibly had when you went into the shelter? That's what happened to me. Who is involved? The middleman. The middleman from middle school. He's some kind of school informant. Playing with the coffee. Having some type of coffee meetup. All I got to say is, bitch, better have my money. And this has not a damn thing to do with Rihanna. Okay? And or ASAP. Mystic Mondays is involved. They had a sneaky fox outside your darn window all the darn time making noise campaign sounds to alert the next people or the next people that they done did this shit to you or this didn't work and all kind of bullshit. Snakes on the plane. They on your phone in every mode you put it in because they committed PPP loan fraud or some kind of car loan fraud trying to make you ask questions because that's what the hell they did. And they asked who? Beyonce. Okay, Beyonce, she got enough problems on her own. I told you to ask why. I've been told you to ask why. You didn't ask the right questions. And so then they was pissed at me for asking why and finding out things from reading tarot. So they tried to block me with blocks. Okay? Block me from elementary school. Elementary, my dear, says Sherlock. I think the fuck not. Doing false investigations. Claiming that you was in some jar with jar spells here. And they work for the Secret Service. And Taylor, I already knew she was going to come out. Because she made a whole album off of all the bullshit that I have been going through, living through in the damn homeless shelter condominium. These people jealous of your gifts because they possibly worship the devil, praise Satan instead of praise God, because they upside down.
Octavia,
They mad that you friendly. They committed HIPAA fraud on you. They slept on you and continue to sleep on you. Steady trying to get you arrested though. Who is it? Travis, Kelsey, Travis, Ferris, Travis, Scott. All of them Travises you keep seeing everywhere. Travis on Orange County. Travis on all of these things. Messing around with drug dealers. Having the... I heard campaign. Yeah. Yeah. They busy. They all haunted now. Claiming they got love on the brain for you. They ran overseas. How'd they go overseas though, Octavia? What you mean? No, I mean like they went down the street and changed the corner in the same apartment complex and they called it Asia. What you talking about? No. I mean, they went across the street from your parking lot and called it Europe. That's how they go overseas. So some weird, strange, fake shit. They all gonna be getting federal charges. Who getting it? Maintenance. Yeah, because that's how it started. And that's what I got for y'all. That really is what I got for y'all. Because these people lack self-awareness. They mad that you got self-awareness, wanting you to pay attention. You need to pay attention to me. Why you not paying attention to me? That's all they wanted you to have, right? So that they can steal your recognition, right? So that they can overcome obstacles. Because remember, they claiming that they love you now. They trying to resolve issues, all of this bullshit that they done did to you for so long. So pissed off that you have some type of self-awareness that they don't have. Mad that you took a leap of faith and you believed in a higher power, God, source, Buddha, whomever, and they can't because they got limited beliefs. Shut up, I ain't got to make it up with the fake apology. We got apology coming out here, which happened repeatedly. I said the limited beliefs. I knew it was going to come out. They don't understand that you didn't have to spread your wings. You didn't need no rings at all. But they swear that they do. So what they do? They ate some Wingstop on some stupid green crap with this past life connection, trying to have a new opportunity of love with you and then turn around and sacrifice you. Why? What you mean? Yeah, because they already got a lover. No, my bad. They got many lovers. They sleep with everybody. They sleep with the cops. They sleep with the military. They sleep with the drug dealers. They sleep with your neighbors on the first floor, second floor, third floor, and in the basement in your apartment building. Anybody that happens to sleep on the damn washer and dryer because they ain't got nowhere to go that night in the building. They sleep with homeless people that's outside begging on the grass, ain't got nowhere to go. Yeah, anybody and everybody but you. Right? Because that's what happened to me. Oh, yeah. These people don't have no boundaries, but I did. Yeah, whatever. Pissed off because I was creative, because I have balance. Lying and said that I wasn't accepted when I was. Because they have fear that I was going to have peace. And look at that. Now they want to confess about their obsession. And I said, get the fuck out of here, okay? With release. And they need to be gone and stay gone. Take some time to themselves and think about the day they're during decision making because they don't know how the hell to do it. They need to fucking move on with they stressed out, cluttered motherfucking ass and ask their own damn angels questions so that they can have some type of third eye energy activation and stop stealing other people's energy on some energy vampire bullshit, trying to manifest off of other people and so that they can have money and then they keep you in the homeless shelter. What the fuck? I think the hell not. These people need some rest. They can't sleep. Why? Because there'll be no rest for the wicked. God damn it. I don't give a darn if they your divine counterpart or not. Divine masculines become karmic masculines every motherfucking day. Any fucking second up around here. That's the truth. And don't be mad if I'm cussing. That's the reason why the channel was age restricted, okay? They need to go realign themselves because they steady putting in work in the wrong place, claiming that they got some patience for you, waiting on divine timing so that you can come back around to them. God done sent you to them too many times. They so mad that you expanding your life and you carrying on. And you gonna be successful, Octavia, because you keep communicating. And one day, twin flame, one day. But you know what? If it's not today, guess what? I'm okay with that. I don't care if you're a twin flame, a divine counterpart, a soulmate. All of these shits is just words. If there's no actions that back up this title that God has given you in my life, and I don't mean on some paper contract, then you don't get to be this to me. Not today or any day. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Because they refuse to be open to change when that's what I came here for. I'm going to stay happy. I'm always happy. I already talked about soulmate. This soulmate must need some type of mental or physical evaluation. Somebody sick that came out already. They keep partying. God damn it. They keep partying. Having sexual interactions with people that's sick just like them. They've been lying, telling everybody that you made them sick. Look at, I can't make it up. Deception right here. They've been deceiving people. They mad because you had an awakening. And what'd you do? You caused them to have an awakening, which they denying. They're claiming that they so wise with wisdom here when it's just a deck of oracle cards. They some motherfucking lies. Okay, mad about your abundance that you keep embracing because you got dedication to your daggone soul purpose, your life purpose out this bitch. And they so mad. And they can stay mad. They can stay mad with their drunk asses, fucking animals, pretending that they got some type of soul tie or loyalty with an animal, trying to bully you into having sex. And then they hurt their knee on that bike. Oh, no, they didn't. And then as soon as you start making some forward movement, they want to come stop your face with this card on stop your Facebook bullshit because they can't decide with this. I've been through it all with the false, fraudulent, false love engagements and all of this mess that they do. They better go on somewhere with this mess. For real. Steady having a collaboration against you, but they claiming that they going to marry you. Nah. We're not doing it. It's the end. I came here to talk about it and get it out. As you can see, the light is dimming because I didn't turn on the light. I was using natural light. And anyway, that's all I have for you. I'm going to ring the bell. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, namaste.